So I like working in little chunks. Yeah, yeah. So it's good, man. I mean, this show that I'm on, I can't say what it is because it's under NDA, but so far it's my favorite show that I've been on. It's my kind of jam.
That's good. You've been doing what's your second show on Netflix now?
Third.
Nice.
Well, second show on Netflix, but third show overall.
Overall, all right.
Actually,
Cool.
no, fifth.
Well, you did a lot before the PA.
I did 2 as a production assistant, and then 3 as like an artist. But I kind of count the 3 more. Cause that one, like, I'm an artist.
All right, Kevin, you ready to roll?
All right, damn, Kevin Guzman.
New screen recording. We're live, bro. We're screen recording. Built-in mic. All locked in. We're live. Hey, we're live, Kevin. We're live here with Kevin.
Oh my god.
Hey, back by popular demand, Kevin
Seriously.
Guzman.
Bro, people were just like, "Hey, where's Kevin? Where's Kevin at? We need him on the show." And we're like, "Okay, guys, you know what?
I
You
think it was
asked
a
for
fidget spinner and the clackers that
Ask
made it.
and you shall receive." Here with us, Kevin, the great Guzman.
Kevin, how you doing, brother?
Pretty good. How you guys doing?
That's our guy.
We're not laughing at him. We're just really excited to have him on.
Hey, look, we haven't seen Kevin in probably about 10 months, 8 because
That's
of the
true.
Rona.
No, it's been 4 years, bro.
Nah, but it's been well over a year.
Nah.
Yeah, it's been
That
well
is-
over a
oh,
year,
shit.
bro.
That's crazy,
That's
bro.
Last time I was at a barbecue.
Yeah, that's disrespectful of us, but you know what? Circumstances. But anyway.
That's right. We ate outside. We ate in the backyard.
Oh, with the dogs.
with Callie and
Juju. Anyway.
I don't.
Hey, but the essence of today, we're going to talk about you, Kevin. Today's your special day. We want to get to know about Kevin. Essentially, you know, you probably saw the intro to our channel. We know you dabbled a little bit in trying, maybe trying art, medical, and we just want to get your journey a little bit. So I'm thinking we should start a little bit at UPS. Dude, what was working at UPS like?
Working at UPS.
I feel like we should like ask him, like, you know, tell him a bit about himself.
Hey, hold up. Let's backtrack, Kevin.
Yeah,
Who
yeah,
is?
yeah. Before we get to
I'm
the
jumping ahead.
juicy deets of UPS, I think we need to ask, you know, Kevin to tell us a little bit about himself, so the audience can get a feel for Kevin.
Hey, I'm sorry. That's disrespectful of me. Kevin,
So just tell us, you
who
know,
are
a
you?
little bit about you, you know,
because we know.
where you're from. Yeah, exactly. We know who he is.
Alright, so, you know, I'm Kevin. I'm the cousin of these two greatest dudes right here. Imaginary cousin, but...
You know how it is, right? Yeah.
The feeling's real.
I don't know.
Hey,
Oh, you're Kevin Guzman.
yeah. Well, Kevin and I went.
Where are you from? Where are you from,
Yeah.
Kevin? Where are you residing right now?
Yeah. Where are you residing?
Where do you reside right now?
Right now, I'm out here in the wood.
Inglewood,
In
Linwood.
the hood, Linwood. Okay, born and raised.
Linwood.
Born and raised in Linwood. Damn.
Born in Bellflower. Born in
Oh,
Bellflower.
born in Bellflower. Okay, that's what's up, man.
15 minutes from here. Born in Bellflower. Came back down to the wood.
Yeah. I know Kevin's a little shy, but
That's okay.
Kevin
you're doing
went.
good, man. You're doing good.
Kevin went to St. John Bosco, did rugby and wrestling, so he's a bit of an elite athlete. Could have played college, but he decided to focus on education. But he'll be modest about
you know
that.
me, bro.
He made the harder
Focus
choice
on
in life.
education. Education's always first. You know?
Yeah. And then we went
Stick
to
the book.
yeah we went.
Ah,
Kevin and I went to JUCO for
That's
2
right.
years, and then we both went our own ways after those 2 years.
what's JUCO?
A junior college.
Okay.
It's actually a football term, but JUCO is junior college.
Cypress
Yeah,
College.
yeah.
Okay.
But Kevin, all the education aside, you did your thing. I'm just excited to talk about UPS. Are we good to segue into that?
I think the audience has gotten to know Kevin a little more. So yeah, let's just dive right into the juicy deets about UPS, man.
So UPS.
Hey, good, bad, and
That's
ugly,
a lot.
bro. Good, bad, and ugly.
Huh?
Let us know. The good, the bad, and the ugly. Let us know.
The good, the bad, and the ugly. All right.
So actually, so how did you start? Where did you
Yeah.
find out about the job? Was this like during your time at Cypress, where you got the job, or was this after?
This was right after Cypress. You know, after I left Cypress, and I started going to Long Beach.
Okay. And
It
this
was just closer to home, so
okay.
and I needed a job. Well, I was working at Children's Place, but I needed like a more job. Like I needed a job with more hours.
Okay.
So then one of my homies told me like, "Yo, come work at UPS," you know. And I was like, "All right, I'm down." So I went to UPS, got hired, and you know he sugarcoated it for sure. I don't even. He was capping to me. He said, "Oh, it's the greatest place where you're gonna get a raise every 6 months, this and that." I was like, "All right, so whatever, you know, sounds good." And then you hear great things about UPS, you got all these benefits and all that, but once you get in there, it's actually not true, you know. It's not part time. I mean, sure, you get like the same start time every day, but you don't know what time you're gonna get out. And eventually, those hours become into like full time hours. And like, at first I started with the $11 pay, I think, or 12. I just know it was below like the minimum. It took a while to get a raise, so I guess right now we're starting off with the bad. It was hard work, bro. Hard work. It wasn't easy work. It's not the best place for anybody to work unless you got nothing else to do and you decide to just become a UPS driver. Don't get me wrong, bro. UPS drivers be making bank. They get hella benefits and all that, but it just takes to get there. You have to move up the ladder and you have to grind hard for like 6 years. Like a whole waiting game, literally.
Yeah. I remember when you were telling me about that Tetris. You were in there like Tetris, and that you were like first couple of days in, you were already beating out the veterans. Can you tell us a little bit about that? How good you were, or your skill set when it came to stacking boxes?
Rising up in the ranks.
So these were like 150, 200-pound boxes sometimes. I know you were moving around.
Yes, sir. We're moving around all day, all night, bro. As soon as you got there, you got to get to the grind. It doesn't stop. Literally, even when you clock out, it doesn't stop. The next guy needs to be ready to handle that,
Did you ever do like pre-workout or Monster Energy, or were you ever tanked, man? You just hopped in?
No,
That's
none of
cold.
that.
Just went in, never need no energy.
All natural?
All natural, all water.
All natural, bro. Just carb loading. A couple, let's say, two peanut butter sandwiches.
Oh my god.
Went in there grabbing that shit, bro. 2 bananas.
Bro, that's not two bananas.
That's all you need, bro.
You need the potassium, bro, because you don't want to get a Charlie horse. You don't want to pull a hammer or anything.
Fun fact, bro. Fun fact. 2 bananas will give you enough energy for a 2-hour workout.
Oh my god, that's good to know, bro. Honestly, I feel like the audience would get a kick out of that.
I saw it on Instagram.
Oh, really?
I might tap in, dude. Let's try it.
That's the cool thing about social media is that, like, yeah, there's a bunch of junk in there, but you always find, like, some valuable tidbits on there. You know what I mean? Like, we never learned that at school, bro.
Nah.
We learned that on social media because people will just post what's real. That's good to know, man.
Hey, let's dig in a little bit. I know you and Miguel talked about art when you used to come around before everything went down. Are you still looking into art, like maybe the hobby, or are you still looking for a career? What was your little blip when you were thinking about doing architecture, art, that kind of stuff?
So, going into college, well, let's go back to like high school. In high school, I was really involved. So, going into college, I was really like, I don't know what I actually want to do or whatever. I've always had the mindset, I want to be in the medical field. It just always interests me, helping people and like all the human body and stuff. It just looks cool, And I heard about radiology, and I was like, I want to do radiology. Like, X-rays. I've been there all the time, I've been there. Getting X-rays and this and that. I also got like an ultrasound, bro. So that was interesting.
Ultrasound.
So yeah,
So right now, is that your main focus?
It's not only for pregnant women, bro. It's for everybody.
You fool, bro. Hey, so is that your main segue right now? Your main lead in terms of careers?
Going into Cyprus, bro. Going into Cyprus, that was my main thing. Because Cyprus was the only school in the radiology program, But it just became like hassle just trying to get up there.
Yeah.
I struggle with math. I struggle with math. It's definitely my weakest subject in school. Always has been. So I started like, what if I just go the full route instead of just getting an AA? Why not just go the whole route and get my like a bachelor's in like art? Like I like art. People say I was talented, like high school teachers back me up and all that. I feel like I'm great. I'm pretty creative. I'm an innovative, pretty guy,
Yeah.
So I want to do that. And then I started like looking into it more, and I was kind of like taking courses for that, but at the same time taking like courses like general ed and like science courses towards like that radiology field. And eventually, it's just the radiology was getting like too hectic, too difficult. I started, when you just feel overwhelmed, and like, maybe this major isn't for me. And I started to feel like down, like, oh damn, I kind of like want to give up on this.
Yeah.
So I looked more towards art. I was like, like I like it. Seems easier. Like I'm gonna go for it. And then it's still like challenging, dude. Like art ain't easy, It's
it's a dogfight,
You just draw, bro. Just draw currently. Nah, bro.
It's hard in a specific way. Yeah.
It's a grind, bro. I think medical field is probably easier just because, you know, you just got all these courses you got to take to get there. It's tough, but then once you get there, it's like all given to you, you know?
Yeah.
In the art industry, you got to be creative. You got to know, okay, you already drew something. It's a banger, but eventually something's going to pop up. It's going to be better than that.
Yeah.
You always got to be on, got to stay woke.
Yeah. Man, that's pretty smooth. I don't know, Kevin. That was pretty smooth, bro. You were literally he fits in with us, bro. Exactly, he fits in with us perfectly.
How so? What do you mean?
Was the way he understands the industry a little bit.
Yeah, no, exactly.
In terms of the way it's always evolving, and that's the always thing as an individual. He's pivoted and evolved. I don't like to say quit. I like to say pivoted. I say you pivoted to art, pivoted back to medical and nursing. That's right. Because you still have maybe a little passion behind it. Like I pivoted from YouTube to just doing vlogging to cinematic stuff to documentaries to highlight reels. I pivoted. I never really quit vlogging. I've just transitioned. So I like that. And right now you're working with I think you're delivering medical supplies or for plastic surgeons. That's you're still doing that, Kevin?
That's like a little side gig I got with my girlfriend.
Hustling.
Nice.
So it's like, you know, you just ride out there, you go pick up implants and then take them back, and then you know just basically like just going with her, just tag along, you know.
Wait, you're picking up implants? Like
so my girlfriend, surgical centers, they call her, and they go, this other surgical center needs these implants, so we go pick them up, and I'm just with her, you know, just riding along with her, and I pick them up, help her out,
cool.
And you know, just going into those like surgical centers, and you see the body there, and it's like, yo, this is interesting, like.
Yeah.
You know, it just makes you like, yo, I want to be part of that, you know, and it's like.
Yeah. It's cool that you It's cool that you
that's
chose...
like more leaning towards it, but at the same time, like the art part, it's like I'm still considering it, bro. Like I haven't like given up on that. That's still gonna be like a hobby, bro. You know, not even a hobby, but like, let's say like a minor, bro.
Yeah.
All right.
No, sorry, I didn't want to interrupt, but like I'm glad that you chose a part-time job that relates to like your main passion, which is, you know, getting into the medical field. That's cool because you're getting paid. Are you getting paid for that?
No, just tagging along, bro. Just like a little side gig.
Okay, awesome.
Sometimes
getting exposure.
Yeah, I like
exposure. I want to see what it's like.
Yeah,
huge. That's the biggest mistake I feel a lot of people would do when they're doing in like early up. They have something like they're working in retail, no respect to retail, but they're working in retail trying to work in, I don't know, culinary and maybe work at a restaurant, be a server, do something like that. And that's what I try to indulge. I try to do social media. I forced myself into social media with Gear Up. They had no position, so I just said, let me do that. And later on, I just tried to do more media-based part-time work as opposed to just being a tutor because I didn't really want to do that. So,
I think the main thing
you gotta get involved. That was one of my issues for sure in high school that I regret not being involved. You know, just volunteering anywhere, bro. You know, and now that I'm doing it, it's like, yo, you know, this medical field thing is pretty cool. At first, I was afraid to declare to it. It's like, yo, you're gonna see nasty stuff. You're gonna see this. It's like, I was afraid, but once I went into that surgical center, I saw the body there unexpectedly. It's like, this is actually interesting. You know, I regretted not focusing on that, like, I don't know, major or whatever in the beginning. But now that I see it more, it's like, yo, it's pretty cool. I want to be a part of that. I'm just leaning more towards it every day. Just learning more. You know, networking. You know, it's not all about networking. Like, a lot of people, that's a big factor right there. A lot of people talk about, you got to network to do that. But it's like, not really, bro. You know, you just got to grind it out. If you really want it, you'll get there, right? You don't need nobody's help. You got to grind it out. You got to prove yourself, bro. You got to grind, get them dubs, bro. You can't just get dubs handed to you. You feel me?
Damn, no, that's true. No, Kevin, you bring up a great point because, like, a lot of times with networking, it comes off as fake. And so a lot of times, like you said, like, a lot of times just putting in the hard work, that's your networking because someone's seeing your grind and your hustle, and then you're like, hey, Kevin works hard. And then that's how you network, because then someone else says, hey, this guy Kevin, he's working hard. And then that person's like, oh, hey, my friend said that you work hard. And then that's how networking gets done.
Because I don't like the chit-chat networking. Like, I like I like the work show for itself.
You can't get it handed to you, like Kevin said.
I like that.
And that's a great point. Like, that's something the audience can, like, take into consideration, into heart. Because a lot of times you think, oh, I just got to meet people. But a lot of times, like, you got to kind of prove to yourself, to them, that I'm someone that that could be valuable to you. You know, because of the hard work, not just because I'm here saying, hey, you know, consider me, blah, 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 you know? Yeah. And another point, too, just to kind of, like, relate it back to, like, everybody, like, when you said that, you know, you wish that you had thought about this sooner or considered this major sooner, but I think that's kind of the journey that you got to kind of go on, Where at first you may not know exactly what you want to do, but you kind of have to experience everything in order to get closer and closer to what you want to do. And I think that's a great thing you pointed out, because a lot of people wish that they could figure things out sooner, like myself, you know. But at the end of the day, the fact that now you're getting closer to what you want to do, that's the best part. It doesn't matter how long it takes, as long as you're going towards that route.
Yeah.
You know, that's something very valuable that people can take to heart, because, you know, you start off considering art, you know, medical, and you went on that journey, you know, and the fact that you still consider art, I think that's a great hobby, so that way you don't feel so burnt out later on, you know. Something else to go back on. You know, don't just focus on one thing, but like have another thing there to kind of stimulate you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so
Yeah, something you enjoy, you know, something you're passionate about.
yeah, you're a freaking gold mine, dude. A gold mine of knowledge, man. Like it's something a lot of, like, you know, aspiring college students and even people like, you know, after college, you know, can
People get lost.
really,
Yeah.
you know, take value in what you're saying, man. So I appreciate you being vulnerable,
Yeah,
but also
definitely.
like,
You know, I think parents take part in that part too. You know, where it's like, yo, you're not a lawyer, you're not a doctor, you know, my son, or whatever. You know, maybe not to that extent, but you know, kids always get pushed. Yo, you want to be pushing them to do something like big, you know, something almost impossible. Like,
yeah,
you know, you want to be realistic, not realistic to the point where like, oh, my son's dumb. Like, he can only do this. Nah, like you gotta be realistic at the point where you want to see a kid successful in something that he enjoys doing. You know, you can't just
That's big. That's huge. Huge.
You can't just toss
No,
him onto the field not knowing how to play that game. Bro. You can't just
exactly.
you can't toss a kid who's been playing tennis all his life onto the football field and expect him to tackle.
No, you gotta train the kid. You gotta put him, make him believe.
You gotta do what you love, man, because that's what's gonna give you
We're
that
all unique,
motivation.
bro. You know, we're all unique. We're all
Yeah.
different mindsets and different everything. But you just gotta.
That's clean.
Sometimes you gotta ignore your parents and just bust your own moves. You know.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's true. It's a hard choice to make, but like once you make it, it's freeing, dude.
That's what you did when they told you to be a doctor, lawyer, when we were little.
Exactly, because a lot of times you see, like, you know, sometimes you see someone's grades, you're like, no, this person has good grades, then they have to do these specific careers that kind of correlate somehow. Like, they're not really related, but when you see someone do good in school, you automatically think that, oh, this person's good enough to do this thing, but you never ask the actual person getting those grades, hey, what do you want to do?
Yeah.
You're already, like, deciding for them what they want to do. That's I get where they're coming from, but at the same time, you're like, bro, like you never asked me what I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
And at the end of the day, like, you gotta accept what they want, because if that's what they want to do. But if it changes, that's fine too, right? So like, they might lean one way, they try it out, it doesn't work, then they go another way.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, everybody's unique, and that's the thing. That's value, you know. Like, if someone can actually like accept someone's decision, that just, you know, all the power to them.
Huge. Clean.
Yeah, man.
Kevin, we're getting close to the end of time here. Any other big points that you want to bring up, chat about? Lastly, what are your goals down the road? I know we talked about nursing, but what's your time frame looking like, if you have one, or what's another goal that you might have that we're not aware about?
Yeah.
Right before we close out.
Honestly, at the moment, like I said, it's been a journey all through college, you know, because, you know, first I declared one major, then another, switch back to another, this and that, I like this now. You know, it all takes time. You know, just be yourself, go with the flow, see what you like, just grind. You know, don't expect anybody to hand you the bone, go get it.
Yeah.
You know, just, you know, everybody's good at their own thing.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, there's always going to be somebody bigger than you, so you always want to keep that grind, you want to keep that hustle. Don't expect, you know, this is it, I already won. Nah, bro, there's still more challenges.
I like that, bro. I like that. I like that a lot. I like that a lot.
More obstacles. The obstacles only get bigger. Come on.
Gonna get out the mud.
Be ready for the unexpected.
Yeah.
Come on, Kevin, you cold-hearted.
Oh, shit.
You cold-hearted. You cold-hearted.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty big, dude. Kevin, I want to say, Kevin, I'm impressed. Since the last time I seen him, I haven't seen Kevin in about a year, bro. The growth that this fool's had in a year, dude. You're locked in, Kevin, bro. I haven't seen that in a while. I haven't seen you in a while.
That's what happens when you start to, like, you know, really focus
This
in on
man
stuff.
is locked in.
Yeah, dude, I'm impressed. I was gonna say the exact same thing, man. I'm impressed with the knowledge and awareness that you have now. That's something that's super valuable that other people can take to heart.
A lot of people don't have that.
Right.
A lot of people don't have the thing they talk about now. I don't think people got that fortitude and knowledge, and it's huge, brother. Huge, biggest of the big. Man, I'm glad we brought Kevin on, bro. It was kind of an impulse.
Yeah, no, I knew it was gonna be good, but I was really happy with what I heard. You know, like, I'm really proud of you, man, and despite this whole thing going on right now, like it seems like you're still like that's not stopping you, man. Like you're still going,
Yep. Yep.
and you're just getting better, you know.
Nothing's easy, bro. Nothing's easy.
Exactly.
You know, if you really want it, you'll go get it, right?
Yeah.
If you really want it, you'll work for it. You'll work around things and make it easier for yourself.
Exactly.
You only know yourself.
The struggle only makes you better, honestly.
Yeah,
It's
of course.
like it's like working out. It's like building muscle. You know, it's like building
You
up
just
the
adapt
reps.
to it, learn to it.
But
you just become, expand your knowledge, be open-minded.
yeah,
Don't be selfish, you know. Maybe even somebody below you could teach you a thing or two.
exactly.
That's the biggest one.
Humble.
That's probably
Stay
that's a huge
humble, bro.
point.
I've learned so much from people who aren't even in the industry, and like in the end, it's like I don't want to consider myself better than them because like in the end,
Nah.
you never know where you're gonna get tidbits of knowledge.
I've got knowledge from people. People from nothing to do with the film industry. They give you little tidbits on the way you work, even just workflow and what you're doing like that.
Because at one point you were them, like you always gotta look back on the journey that you went on. You're not where you're at now. You never were like that before. You know, you gotta work your way up.
Huge. Kevin, hey Kevin, this has been good. I don't want to cut you off. If you got another couple thoughts, we got some more time, but we're getting close to the end of the ropes. I think you hit everything, brother. Anything else you want to tap into, or are we smooth?
What happened?
I talked too fast. Anything else you want to tap into, or are we smooth?
I mean, just be yourself, bro. Don't let nobody put you around. Be yourself.
Hey, we gotta bring Kevin on in the future.
Don't try to be somebody you're not. You see somebody else. Don't try to be them. Just be you. You'll eventually be bigger than them. You just gotta get there.
Yeah.
Believe in yourself.
Believe in yourself.
Be strong.
That's the takeaway.
But yeah, in terms of my goals at the moment, I'm definitely getting into those nursing program courses.
Yeah.
So hopefully soon it would be more hands-on, not only terminology. Maybe I'll be getting down to putting in more hours for clinical hours too. More volunteering for sure. And definitely look forward to myself being more involved in stuff. Maybe not only in the medical field, but even like art boot camps or something. Just doesn't have to be specifically, one thing. You could branch out.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Network in your own self. You don't need other people to network.
Yeah.
I mean, it ain't bad, but
I think you hit all the points, man.
Hey, I had high expectations for this, but my expectations were surpassed.
Did I hear and just broke the ceiling?
Tremendously
Yeah.
surpassed.
Phenomenal.
Phenomenally willed and phenomenally skilled. Cool, clean, and crispy.
Yeah. Well, Kevin, seriously, man. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. What else?
What?
No, I said cool, clean, and crispy.
Cool, clean, and good.
That's it. You good, brother?
That's it, bro.
All right. Yeah, we don't want to drag this on too long because I feel like everything that Kevin had just said, that's.
I want to end on a high note. So,
Yeah.
Kevin, chill out. We'll chat a little after, but in terms of the podcast, we're locked in, but we got to sign off.
You set the tone, brother. Like any other guest, I mean, I don't know, man.
Kevin, they got to get to the bar. They got to get to Kevin's level.
They gotta be the Guzman scale, bro.
Clean, brother. Clean.
Yeah.
All right, we got anything else? Are we smooth? Ready to sign out?
I think we're smooth, man.
We smooth, bro. We smooth.
Yeah, but Kevin, dude, seriously, it was such a pleasure getting to talk to you. I wish we could talk in person, but honestly, like, I'm just really proud of you, and I'm glad that you're doing well and on your way to gaining the experience, and then hopefully reaching your goal a lot sooner, man. It was such a pleasure.
Likewise. Thank you for having me.
Always, brother. Always.
All right, Kevin.
All right, stay, stick around, brother. Stick around. We're gonna sign off right now. We're gonna sign off, and then we'll chat a little bit after.
For sure.
All right, Kevin Guzman, another phenomenal guest.
I was really impressed.
The best guest we ever had, but it also
That's
the first.
true.
So, anything else you want to add on?
Nah, man. I just hope that the audience can take something valuable from what he just said. Kevin's up and coming. College student, worked hard, struggled a little bit, ended up finding himself. It's just something that we want the audience to take away. Even though we're focused on the entertainment industry, it's always nice to hear from people that we know. Just the whole idea of like how hustle and effort transcends different career paths and disciplines. And
that's pretty widespread with all career paths. Just hustle, work,
Exactly.
and then luck. Someone will give you an opportunity.
Yeah,
So
and then growth too. So like you're gonna be totally different. A couple of years from now. So the whole idea is that like do your best now, but just know that in the future you're like what your best is now may not be your best later on.
Yes, sir.
So hopefully that's something that the audience can take away. And dude, I look forward to more of these, man. And
More of these.
I look forward to
Great
talking
stories.
to Kevin more.
All right. Signing off from the Baltazar Brothers podcast. I'm Victor Baltazar.
And I'm Miguel.
Goodbye.
See you next time.
Oh, we messed up again. Do it again. How we do it? How we end it?
So I mean that's fine. Bye.
Bye.